the President of the United States.
Not since President Lincoln and the Civil War have freedom and democracy been under assault at home as they are today. What makes our moment rare is that freedom and democracy are under attack both at home and overseas. My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. This is the moment to speak the truth and to bury the lies. Here's the simple truth. You can't love your country only when you win. The decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court majority wrote the following, and with all due respect, justices, women are not without electoral or political power. You're about to realize just how much you're right about that. Those bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade have no clue about the power of women, but they found out when reproductive freedom was on the ballot. We won in 2022 and we'll win again in 2024. In November, my team began serious negotiation with a bipartisan group of senators. The result was a bipartisan bill with the toughest set of border security reforms we've ever seen. Oh, you don't think so? We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it. I'm ready to fix it. Send me the border bill now. Israel has a right to go after Hamas. Israel also has a fundamental responsibility, though, to protect innocent civilians in Gaza. I've been working nonstop to establish an immediate ceasefire that would last for 6 weeks to get all the prisoners released. And thanks to our bipartisan infrastructure law, 46,000 new projects have been announced all across your communities. And by the way, I noticed some of you have strongly voted against it, or they're cheering on that money coming in. I like it. My fellow Americans, the issue facing our nation isn't how old we are, it's how old are our ideas. Hate, anger, revenge, retribution are the oldest of ideas. But you can't lead America with ancient ideas. So let's build the future together. Let's remember who we are. We are the United States of America. And there is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Citizen Joe Sireno with another True Common Ground podcast. I don't know how you're feeling about last night's State of the Union address, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. It was quite an address last night, and our president, I think, did a great job in articulating a way forward, a plan, a vision of hope and prosperity, and most important, a mission for us all. Now, here's a couple of thoughts that I'd like to share about that address. I think it's important that we really kind of come together at this point and start moving in the same direction. First of all, no more ageism, okay? I don't want to hear another whining, silly word about age. He gets the job done, okay? We now have our candidates. It's a straightforward binary choice. Joe Biden and experienced democracy, or Donald Trump and chaotic dictatorship. Democracy or dictatorship, that's it. End of story, full stop. Look, I'm going to be 73 years old when I cast my vote for Joe Biden this year. And that's a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a big difference between Joe Sireno at 30 and Citizen Joe Sireno at 73. I know what works now, and I know what doesn't work. I know how to get things done. I know how to do a podcast. I didn't even know how to put a floppy disk in a computer when I was 30. I'm not kidding. But, well, now I have a lifetime of experience. I'm smarter than I was at 30. And I've got something else I didn't have when I was 30. I have a precious, beautiful, and brilliant wife who doesn't need government to tell her who she is or what she can do with her body. And I have 3 smart and beautiful children, their wonderful spouses, and 4 magnificent grandchildren, and counting. And I burn with passion for them. And they know it. I'll do anything and everything I can for my family. And I'll bet that you would do exactly the same. regardless of your political affiliation. So let's get to it. Let's get to higher ground with somebody who clearly knows how to get us there. Joe brought it big last night. He didn't pull any punches when it came to those who would constrain our liberty or take away our freedoms. And he laid out a plan for all of us, Democrats and Republicans. Joe gets the job done because he knows how to get the job done. And if we let him, he's going to keep on getting the job done tirelessly, relentlessly, and for all of us, not just those who bow down before him and show him undying loyalty above their own better judgment. How the heck did we ever get here? That's what I keep asking myself. But we're here, and we got to fix this thing, and we can only do that together. And by the way, just this morning, and this is news that just came in this morning, last month, Joe and his administration created another 275,000 new jobs, way more than expected, to add to the 15 million jobs his administration has already created. And he didn't take credit either. He didn't spend hours patting himself on the back. He said that we did it. And you know something? He's right. We did. With his excellent and experienced help, we did it together. That's why we literally have the best economy in the world right now, bar none. Now, during Trump's term of office, it's important to remember that the U.S. suffered the lowest job growth and the highest unemployment rate since the Great Depression. That's a fact. That's what happens when the guy in charge is constantly dividing us, putting us down, telling us how miserable we all are and how the country is dying. Now, I know that you saw what we loosely call the Republican Congress last night, and, well, don't call them Republicans. I know Republicans. They are not Republicans, all of them, fitfully and cowardly, looking at their cell phones. Don't look up. Don't you nod. No smiles, not even a wink. You raise your hands, I'll cut them off. This is a Congress. That's a leader. Please. A 4-time indicted, 91-count felon who steals top secret documents and stores them in public bathrooms at Mar-a-Lago and then hides them from authorities. Folks, by 12 jurors, a jury of his peers, he is an adjudicated rapist who is so cynical, so self-focused, that he commands his MAGA followers, they're not a Congress, he commands them to endanger our children and our families by refusing to pass the border bill. It's a bill that they wrote, and he won't let them pass it. And they obediently follow his orders. Where's their courage? What do they stand for? Him or us? Look, no one dares speak their mind or follow their own conscience, not in Donald Trump's America. Is that the kind of America we want? Look, is this what passes for leadership? Is this America? He wants chaos and destruction now because that's the only way he can make himself look better, by making us look worse. Could there be greater hypocrisy than that? Has anyone in government ever been so self-serving? Look, Donald Trump says, the house is on fire. Just let it burn. I'll be there with my MAGA fire department in 10 months. Let's see what's left by then. And if people get hurt, what does he like to say? Get over it. It is what it is. He can't even spell the word empathy because he has no idea what it is to care about anyone else but himself. You know, Ronald Reagan was turning over in his grave last night. I'm sure of it. He was a Republican. And so was Abraham Lincoln. And so was Dwight Eisenhower and John McCain. And while I had major policy differences with especially John McCain, he and they and their constituents were decent, freedom-loving Americans. Good people who saw things differently than I do, and that's okay. I get it. I'm not supposed to get everything that I want. I'm okay with that because those Republican challengers make me and you think and work harder for the things we believe, knowing that there's a place in the middle somewhere where we both can live, a true common ground that we can share, and in so doing become stronger and form that more perfect union the Founding Fathers always talked about. Folks, you don't get everything you want. That's the way it works in a healthy democracy. We all work together, we do our best, and we progress one day at a time. And it does take time. Nothing gets fixed overnight. You see, my friends, it's time for us to fire up the engines. It's time for us to pull together like one nation under God. It's time to let go of anything that anchors you to the past, because we got to get on board now, right now. There's only 242 days from now until November 5th, and then it's game on. The race is ours to win. The history is ours to make. The democracy is ours to save. Our country is calling us, just like it called our parents, just like they handled Hitler and the Nazis in World War II. It's time for us to stand up and be counted. It's time for us to save the world from war criminals like Vladimir Putin and narcissistic cowards like Donald Trump. Last night, we got a plan, a vision, a mission. Step up. Do your part, and there's so many things you can do. It was a great and hopeful State of the Union address. Please, don't let it be our last. Thanks for listening.
We all want to be safe. We all want to be warm. We all want to feel loved, know the comfort of home. Want our children to grow, learn to make their own sound. Seems to me we all walk on common ground. Common ground, common ground. We all walk on common ground.
We all wanna be strong, fully free and alive. Take just enough chances, stand up tall and with pride. Yes, we all wanna play, have good friends all around. It seems to me we all walk on common ground. Common ground, common ground. We all walk
on common ground. Some conversations aren't easy, and we wonder how we'll turn this mess around. But if we realize and seek to compromise,
under one moon, lift our face to one sun, feel the wetness of rain, seek shelter, everyone. Yearn for rest when we're weary, seek solace when we're down. It seems to me we all walk on common ground.
Some conversations aren't easy,
and we wonder how we'll turn this mess around.
But if we realize and seek to compromise,
we
can meet on common ground. Common ground. We all walk on common ground. Common ground. Common ground. We all walk. I know that we all walk 1 foot forward. We all walk on common ground.